At RECAAD Labs, you could become a draftsman in as little as 3 classes, and you will have the capability of submitting drawings to Town and Country for approvals. Hello, my name is Tracy Hoskins. I am the Director of Training of RECAAD Labs. RECAAD and myself are here today at TIC to let the public know more about software training for engineers, architects, and anyone involved in the AECO industry.
Welcome to our booth, Tracy. Thank you for coming, and I want to welcome you to our live session here at TIC 2026. Now, your brand speaks about a foundation in technical education.
Yes.
Why is that important right now?
It's important right now because we are in the time of technology. We're in the time of AI. We're in the time of using technology in order to make things simpler for us. So in order for us to do that, we have to learn. We have to learn how to use the technology. And that is what RECAAD Labs is all about. We are here to train people how to use the technology for architecture, engineering, and construction.
So it's more than just a regular sit down and learn something from a curriculum. You are teaching practicable and applicable skills to our real world scenario, because there is so much that every day I have to learn something new about this emerging technological world. And you all bridge that gap. You all help me or anybody else have the skills to go out there and be able to be tech savvy.
That's right.
And speak the lingo and not feel like I'm falling behind, because you all help me with that.
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
All right, now your software, your students, if I may call them that, they are used by engineers, architects, designers. What exactly or who exactly do you all not cater for?
We cater for everyone, to be totally honest.
Everybody can come and learn.
Yes, because it's not just architects, engineers, but it's also students at the secondary school level, those that are doing BMed and technical drawing. They have to learn AutoCAD. That's actually our main software, right? And AutoCAD is a very versatile software. It's not just used by architects, engineers, and people in technical drawing, but it is also used by people who sew to create patterns. It is also used, and this might be a little violent, it's used in the United States to create guns. I've met someone that uses AutoCAD to draw patterns for shoes. And I've even met someone who uses it to create quilts, to create designs for quilts. Now
you spoke about the US.
Yes.
Is it that your certification is accredited beyond just the Caribbean region?
It is. It is actually internationally certified.
So I could go anywhere in the world and show, hey, I come from, excuse me, you not see where I come from?
From RECAAD Labs.
I come from RECAAD Labs. I could go any country and be like, I could do that. I have the skills. RECAAD gave me the skill sets to be able to go and execute this task.
That's right.
Now, what I want to ask about is, because education does have its challenges, right? There are obviously access bridges that will have to be crossed. So how do you all give access to anybody to come and learn?
That's a great question. In order to allow multiple people to have access to our training, our classes are actually done online. So we are located in Diamond Vale and Diego Martin, but because we are online, we get students from as far as Mayaro, we've gotten students from Las Cuevas, and we are currently reaching out to the wider Caribbean and doing training with students in Barbados as well as in Jamaica.
Now, of course, online classes became a very big thing post-COVID. And is it that some students or most students still prefer that, or do they learn better more in person? Like, what is the stigma or what is the ratio between physical classes and online learning?
Well, all our classes are online.
Every last one of the courses
Every
online.
single class. But I like that you brought that up, because we have students that reach out to us, and as soon as we tell them that it's an online school, they say, we don't really want to, I prefer to have a teacher. And in fact, I have a student, his name is Sherwin. Sherwin is an older guy. He felt the same way. He felt like he needed to have classes in person, and I encouraged him to take the classes online. I told him, if it is that you have an issue with the software, your lecturer is going to be able to see your screen and to guide you. And you know what? Sherwin now completely does all of his drawings online. Yeah,
You
he
just
does all
made
of
a
his
believer.
drawings. Yeah.
And it's difficult. It's difficult, especially
Yes.
for the older generation.
Correct.
To break that tradition because they are very much old school.
They are.
Literal term, old school. They like to come to school with a book bag and a pen.
Correct.
But no more.
No.
Y'all are growing, and it has to happen this way too because we don't want to be left behind.
Precisely.
So being able to give that access online, I think is very convenient for workers, for older persons, for younger persons. And will it also help in terms of like, can I learn at my own pace?
It is possible for you to learn at your own pace. So let's say, for example, you weren't able to make the live session.
Yes.
The classes are recorded in the classroom, and you can go back and you can review the classes.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's, sorry to cut you, but because you said something that would resonate with me. Being a student myself and having to go through recorded classes, right?
Yes.
Can I still ask a question from after a recorded class?
Yes.
Thank God. That is the most difficult thing, to have to read material post live.
Yes.
Where you miss the chance to say, hey sir, hey miss, could you explain that a bit more for me? Because you can't feel fearful to come after the fact to ask, but you make that space very comfortable to come and inquire and learn more, even days after, weeks after.
Yes.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So I must ask, why TIC?
Why TIC? Well, to be totally honest, 2 years ago, I attended TIC as a buyer. A friend of mine told me about it. And I came, and as soon as I saw what was going on, I said, whoa, my company needs to be a part of TIC. And so last year we took a smaller booth, but we did have a very large takeaway. There were a lot of people that learned about our organization and started taking classes after last year. And so this year we said, you know, we're going to have a bigger booth. We're going to have more people. We're going to have more opportunity to interact with the public.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that, because at the end of the day, students, people, professionals, they're going to be investing their time and their money into this. And it's good to hear that behind that schooling, there are persons who care. Persons like you, Tracy, who would make a believer from a non-believer, who would make you be like, even though I am accustomed to this particular training of courses and I prefer this style of teaching, you give me a new perspective and I can learn better at my own time, at my own convenient time, to learn applicable, real-world, useful skills.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
Thank you.
So Tracy, what would you like to leave your audience with? What would be the message you want to leave your audience with here?
I like to tell the audience, no matter what point in life you are, what point you are in your life, always pursue your dreams. We always meet students who say that when they were younger, they used to draw houses and now they want to get into drafting. It's really easy to get into drafting. At RECAAD Labs, you could become a draftsman in as little as 3 classes, and you will have the capability of submitting drawings to Town and Country for approval. So my message is, don't give up on your dreams.
Thank you so much, Tracy. But I want to ask, how can future students get in contact? Like, what should be their very next step after seeing this?
Their next step should be to look for us on social media. It's RECAAD, RECAAD Labs. You can look for us on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and even on TikTok. And they can also reach out to us at 364-2899.
Thank you so much, Tracy. That has been Tracy from RECAAD Labs, joining us here at TIC 2026 at the SUP Live booth. Thank you so much, Tracy. I'll be calling you for a course and having to understand sometimes because the technology keeps growing and I keep falling behind. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.